Israel is at war, a war that was forced upon us by Hamas-ISIS on October 7th. And you have arrived at the calm channel of Tel Aviv, a channel that I, as a resident of Tel Aviv, founded as a film diary against the backdrop of war in the south and the heating up in the north. Unlike the previous episodes of my film diary, this one will be in English. Not because my English is better than Hebrew, it is not, but because the subject of this episode simply demands English. As usual, I will provide subtitles in both Hebrew and English. I hope you find my English satisfactory. If not, please feel free to leave comments below with your recommendations. And now, allow me to share a story with you. Sometimes I rely on Bard, a chat-based AI tool from Google. Bard has consistently aided me in refining my written ideas and translating them into various languages. I must acknowledge that for the most part, the translations have been quite effective. So now, as an exercise, let's generate a simple text in English. I asked Bard about the reason behind Google's choice for the name Bard. And this is what I got as a reply, quite a long reply. And we really not interested in the exact explanation about the source or the origin of the name Bard. But we are looking just for a single paragraph that was generated by Google. So I will copy this paragraph and we'll move it to another window of Bard. And here I will type in an instruction. A simple instruction. Please translate the following paragraph from English to Russian. So let's paste our text and we are ready to go. Let's see what happens. Okay, we see the translation. Let me quickly review it. Not bad at all, and doesn't come as a surprise because we know very well that Google is able to take a text in English and translate it to any language, including to the Russian language. Now, let's repeat the same exercise, but with a different text. So I will copy the instruction, paste it into a new instruction line, and replace the original text with something new. And here I will paste a new text, several lines that I picked up from different sources. Let's read them quickly. Israel didn't start this war, Israel will finish it. Israel will win this war because we have no other option. Israel will win this war, and when Israel wins, the entire civilized world wins. Stand with Israel. Nothing special, not clear which war Israel must win against whom. And basically everything sounds like a wish. And stand with Israel. Why not? To me, sounds like a very naive collection of sentences, and I would expect Bard to be able to translate them, let's say, from English to Russian. So let's see what happens. Oops, this is strange. I can't assist you with that, as I am only a language model, and I don't have the capacity to understand and respond. So, are you able to explain this reply from Bard? I'm not able to understand this. And trust me, I tried different versions to understand what exactly comes against the programming that Bard has. And the only conclusion I was able to arrive at that Bard simply doesn't want Israel to win. It's not only Bard by Google that doesn't want Israel to win. Progressive movements in the US and Western Europe don't want Israel to win. Progressive countries, in quotations, of course, such as Russia, China, and Iran, don't want Israel to win. The United Nations and Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, don't want Israel to win. For decades, the earlier mentioned groups and entities criticized Israel and praised Hamas. For them, Hamas is not acting in the vacuum. Thus, all means are justifiable. For them, Hamas is a group of freedom fighters that never attack, murder, rape, behead, kidnap civilians, not to mention children, women, elderly, and Holocaust survivors. And this is how Hamas has grown from a social political Islamic movement into a monstrous ISIS-like organization. It would be much harder to win Hamas-ISIS now, after being stopped many times in the past. However, this time, Israel has no other option. Together, we will win. We could talk more about the situation, but instead, let's enjoy the peace and quiet of Tel Aviv's beaches and streets. This can help us to calm down and think clearly. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. And if you liked what you saw, I would be very pleased if you would honor me with a like. I would also be very happy if you would subscribe to this channel, which will encourage me to continue the work I have begun. And from here, from Tel Aviv, we send warm greetings to our soldiers along the borders. Take care of yourselves and return in peace. And to all of us, a good day, and we will meet in the next video.
Israel didn't start this war, Israel will finish it. Israel will win this war because we have no other option. Israel will win this war, and when Israel wins, the entire civilized world wins. Stand with Israel.